What is this, guy? You think you go 4-0 1 week and you can take my place, take my chair? Get out of here. What is up, guys? Welcome back to week 3 of the XFL. You're on the Six Pack Bass YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Harley, and today I'm going to be bringing my predictions for this upcoming week. Yes, that's right. We are already 3 weeks into this bad boy and starting to filter out the muddy water, starting to see which teams are the real deal, which teams are pretenders. This week is a pivotal week. Let's get into those matchups. But before we do, you saw the broom. I went 4-0, completed the sweep. Perfect across the board. This week, gonna be trying to do the same, but before we get into that, let's take a look at the standings after week 2. In the East, we have the DC Defenders hanging out in the top spot. In the West, we have the Houston Roughnecks. Both of those two teams are the only teams left undefeated. Second is still definitely up for grabs in both divisions. On to my power rankings. I still have Houston up at the top, DC in second, St. Louis, Dallas, Seattle. The Guardians are my biggest mover in the wrong direction, however. They dropped to number 6. LA Wildcats at 7. Tampa Bay Vipers number 8. All right, guys, let's dig into week 3. Our first matchup has the Houston Roughnecks sitting at 2-0, taking on the Tampa Bay Vipers 0-2. This game is going to be Saturday, February 22nd, 1 p.m. Central over on ABC. A lot going on in this one, guys. Lots of firsts. This is Houston's first road test, if I could even call it a test because they're playing Tampa Bay. But nonetheless, first time Houston will be on the road. This is also Tampa Bay's home opener, so their first home game in front of their home crowd. They are still searching for their first offensive touchdown as well as searching for their first win. So lots of firsts in this one, guys. I'm interested to see how Houston responds. Their first 2 games were home games. Like I said, this will be their first road game. Interested to see how they do away from their home stadium. It is worth noting in this one, guys, SJ Green from the CFL, he got traded from the Seattle Dragons over to Tampa Bay. He played for the Argonauts when he was in Canadian League. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Houston wins this one big, 30-12. Moving on to game 2. We have the Dallas Renegades at 1-1 taking on the Seattle Dragons at 1-1. This game is going to be February 22nd, Saturday, 4 p.m. Central Time on this one. Fox has the coverage. I've got a lot of questions in this one, really, for both teams. Can Dallas stop the run? As I've said before, Seattle has the deepest backfield. So interested to see if Seattle goes more run tack to protect Silvers. Renegades need to start fast. Last week, they struggled through 3 quarters of football. Wasn't until the 4th quarter before that offense really got going. I'm hoping that they build off of that. I would love to see them come out fast in this game. I think they found something in Artis Payne with the run game to help supplement Landry. I believe Landry cleans up his play. Seattle's key to this game, run the rock. I said, I'm curious to see how Dallas holds up against the run game. Seattle has the depth to run. Last week, 3 offensive linemen were hurt and out. So Silvers struggled. That's going to be a key to protecting him. Plus, they'll be at home, play that possession game. Silvers has to find I keep calling him Ricky Pro. Austin Pro. Has to find Austin Pro. Last week, 4 targets, 1 catch, -1 yards. Your star receiver with those stats, not going to get it done. You've got to get him involved. He will be key, as well as that run game, to winning this game. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Seattle drops this one 20-18, and I see Dallas moving into sole possession of second place. Guys, real quick before we jump into the second half of these games, if you're not already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, join us along the XFL season. Like I said, every week I'll be coming out with my predictions, my takeaways, so lots of content coming your way. Click the subscribe button and join us, as well as if you like this video so far, do me a favor, smash that like button. That just lets me know you enjoy it, as well as YouTube, who will spread my video out, and we will get this thing rolling, guys. All right, let's jump into game number 3. Game 3, we have the New York Guardians at 1-1 taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks at 1-1. This game is going to be Sunday, February 23rd, 2 p.m. Central Time. ESPN has coverage on this one. This is my game of the week, guys. Game of the week. Like I said, this is going to be for second in the East, sole possession of second in the East. Both of these teams, very interested to see how they compete in this one. This will be St. Louis home opener. A lot of hype, much like Seattle, a lot of hype around St. Louis and their crowd. It's supposed to be a sellout, if not already a sellout. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I want to see how will McGloin respond in this one. Had a horrible outing last week with the Defenders, or at the Defenders game. He has to eliminate those untimely interceptions. I was actually looking at some of their stats. You know, their defense plays well enough to keep them in games. I was very impressed by their defense, actually. They played up with DC most of that game, but the interceptions given DC short field really cost them, hurt them. Big step in the right direction if McGloin can clean up his play, eliminate the untimely turnovers. Got to get Cook going to open up McKay. Like I said with Seattle, these guys need to feed the run game. Take some of that burden off of your quarterback. I believe that that will be key to them moving forward. Run the ball, play sound defense. Flipping over to St. Louis side, Ta'amu. He is thriving in the Chuck Long offense. I'm very impressed with how he operates in that offense. They use his skill set, I believe, phenomenally. He's great at the RPO. He's mobile enough. He can run the ball big enough that he can take those hits, but he also has some accuracy to his throws. He does, though, throw some untimely interceptions, so he needs to clean that bit of his game up. Crowd will be a factor in this one. Like I said, pretty sure it's a sellout crowd. I believe that St. Louis is going to be hyped. They finally have football back in St. Louis. Football back in St. Louis. Woo! Woo! All right, they need to attack McGloin early. St. Louis defense, come at him. Dial up the blitz, make him uncomfortable early, and I feel that this game will be in the bag for St. Louis. I've got them taking this one 28-16. New York will be scratching their head for answers at the quarterback position. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Marquise Williams or even Luis Perez in this one, depending on how it goes. But like I said, St. Louis takes this one and takes sole possession of second place in the East. Moving on to the nightcap, we have the undefeated DC Defenders taking on the LA Wildcats. This game, Sunday, February 23rd, 5 p.m. Fox Sports 1 has this one, so FS1 will be covering this one. This will be DC's first road test, so we're going all the way from East Coast over to West Coast. Curious to see if they have any kind of layover from that Anthony Johnson revenge game. Anyone? For those of you who know, Anthony Johnson played one game for LA before he got traded off to DC, so I think that he will show up definitely wanting to make a statement, as well as Rashad Ross. I've already seen some tweets from him. This game, he definitely had circled in red marker. As you know, he got traded from them to DC as well. So I look for both of those guys to come up big on the stat sheet, make their presence known. LA will need Josh Johnson to be mobile. I think that that's going to be the key to this game, is how well can Josh Johnson play? Can he keep the drives alive, whether it be with his feet or making that timely throw? He will need to be great in this one for LA to have a chance. Run game's got to get going. Hood, whether that is from Johnson or the running back Hood, they need to run the ball, extend out those possessions, keep Cardale Jones in that offense off the field, and Spruce will need to have another big day. Another 2 TD day would be great out of Nelson Spruce. Give LA a shot. I don't think that it's going to be enough, though. I've got DC staying undefeated, 24-14. That wraps up week 3, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. The comments down below, guys, you guys are great. I love talking football, talking shop. It gets me giddy. I get hyped up and I have to catch myself sometimes. So I appreciate you guys for jumping down in the comments section. As always, if you're not already, subscribe to this channel. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Feel free, ask me anything and everything. I would love to talk shop. That's all I got for this one today, guys. I will catch you on the next one.